Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find words to sufficiently convey just how happy this makes me. What is on your screen right now has resulted in total meltdown from those little crybaby Bitcoin people, those toxic Bitcoin maximalists just crying all over the internet, just bitching up a storm here. This is a poll from Patrick Bet-David. Patrick Bet-David isn't even a crypto figure. He's very famous, and he's not like anti-crypto or anything like that, but he's not known for being a crypto person. Here you can see he's got 1.2 million followers, and he's got his own very successful podcast. He's been on Joe Rogan's podcast, which is the biggest podcast on the entire damn planet. People know who Patrick Bet-David is. And by the way, I'll mention this too. He also had, Patrick Bet-David had on his podcast, his PBD podcast is what it's called. He had John Deaton on during the SEC v. Ripple lawsuit while it was going on. I can't remember, was that 2022 when he was on or 23? I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look, but it was just nice. Like, he was helping to spread the word of the nonsense that was going on, which is very welcome. But don't get this twisted. He's not some sort of XRP, like some sort of like a XRP maximalist or anything of the sort, right? I don't know what he feels about XRP or if he even owns any, but he rarely talks about this. That's why when this popped up, I was having fun with it just like everybody else. It's an XP holder. But I was a little surprised that he did this. There's so much to say here. This is so fun. But you know what? Let me just wrap up the intro. Before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so for those of you that are not looking at your screens, maybe you're walking your dog, maybe you're driving an automobile, let me describe here. There is a poll from Patrick Bet-David, and this is from Sunday night. And his poll was this question: which crypto has the best long-term technology? And the option is Ripple XRP. That's the first option. Now, we're going to give him a pass there for writing Ripple. He probably legitimately doesn't know that he should have just written XRP. He's clearly not trolling. I legitimately think he just doesn't know. He should be informed, and we'll let that one slide. But that's what he wrote. That's the first choice, Ripple XRP. The second choice is Bitcoin. The third choice is Ethereum. And then the fourth choice is other. And then he says, explain why, and he points below. Okay, so XRP got it won the poll. XRP got 43.8%. Bitcoin only got 35.2%. Ethereum got 8.9%. And other got 12%. Now, please let me note, this poll had 178,803 votes. So, to be clear, again, he is not some sort of XRP max. It's not like he doesn't have some sort of like ridiculous following purely because of XRP. That's not what he does. He's not some sort of crypto bro, right? And if anything, like what you would typically expect from somebody who isn't like in a specific crypto community, what you would expect is that a poll like this would perhaps, Bitcoin would win just because it's the most well known. If you had to click on the thing and you're participating, you might think Bitcoin would be at the top. That is not the case here. And so you can see why all of these little crybabies, these baby back biachas, these toxic Bitcoin maximalists, these bunch of unsophisticated, knuckle-dragging, mouth-breathing troglodytes with cashew-sized brains can't even get their own shoes on and shirts on in the morning without assistance from another. By the way, those shoes, Velcro shoes, wearing helmets for their protection, living under a bridge, staying warm next to a dumpster fire, charging people in Bitcoin to cross said bridge, which at times of high congestion may take over 24 hours. Like, you can understand why those sad sacks of life would be a little bit upset here. They are genuinely threatened by XRP. Because here's the truth of the matter. There is nothing that Bitcoin can do that XRP cannot do. However, there are a number of things that XRP can do that Bitcoin cannot. XRP fulfills the vision of Satoshi Nakamoto as a peer-to-peer cash system. Bitcoin cannot do that on layer 1. It absolutely cannot. And then you try and patch that sad sack of crap up with Lightning Network. That's not gone so well, has it? Now, you can use, for instance, Spend the Bits. Maybe you heard of that one, which is is a product that was developed on the XRP ledger so that you can spend Bitcoin just as fast as you can spend XRP. So you can use the XRP ledger as though it's a layer 2 technology, even though obviously the XRP ledger is layer 1 technology. But you can use it and put it right on top of that that pathetic Bitcoin technology, and then you can make Bitcoin work. That is the last thing that Bitcoiners want. They are living in this toxic echo chamber. My God. But anyway, so to have this many votes, 1.9 million views on this circulated heavily, and to have XRP beat Bitcoin, which is obviously far better known, that is incredible to me. Absolutely astonishing. Here's what the blockchain backer had to say in response to that. He says, "This tells you exactly why the public attack from big names is against XRP. Look at the size of interest." Folks, the blockchain backer is correct. They view XRP as a very serious threat. They really do. And they should, because it's superior. And then as far as Ethereum, I don't want to go talk about Ethereum too much in this video, but I will just note, there's always been questions about Ethereum's long-term viability, but when it comes to XRP, it's the only three out of the ones that are listed there. XRP is the only one that can do all the stuff, and you don't need anything to change. There's always been concerns about Ethereum and how costly it is, and even after they switched to proof of stake, there are all sorts of, there still are question marks, let's say. XRP is the only one of these three that can actually do, right out the box, what the designers wanted it to be able to do, right from the get-go, and still can now 12 years later. XRP is the only one for which that is true. Is anyone surprised that it's actually at the top? 43.8%. It's just astonishing. And so anyway, then the blockchain backer tagged Patrick Bet-David and said, "Patrick, you understand business and psychology. Market share is being taken, which causes panic and competitor attacks. Instead, embrace the XRP movement." Yeah, so that's certainly true. He's knocked that out of the park. And that's why when you saw a couple weeks ago, when President Trump signed that executive order to have a team investigate whether or not the United States should create a national digital asset stockpile instead of just a strategic Bitcoin reserve, that's why they blew a gasket and they lost their minds. And they didn't just attack evenly every single altcoin that's out there. No. They attacked XRP and they attacked Ripple, because to them that is the face of XRP, and that's what. So they went off the rails, and I covered it at the time. They have XRP derangement syndrome, my friends. It's just this terrible affliction. You hate to see it, but they have it, unfortunately. And so that's why, even though Trump didn't say anything about XRP specifically, that's why as soon as they're like, oh, national stockpile instead of strategic Bitcoin reserve, they attacked XRP because they know that's the thing that's superior. They know that that's what's next in line in terms of market cap. And I know that Ethereum's technically above, but if you're talking about a coin that is supposed to be used for payments, as Bitcoin is supposed to be used for payments, yeah, that's the next one. That's it. Yeah, correct. XRP is the #1 coin in market cap on the planet. That is a coin that's designed to be great at payments. XRP is already #1 there. Because Bitcoin isn't that. Bitcoin's not that thing. It was originally intended to be that thing, but it's not. So yeah, absolutely they view it as a threat. And I find it very satisfying. There's so many famous people that are highlighting this. So here's a Gary Cardone. He reposted that poll I just shared with you there, and wrote, "This is what happens when polls are run by people who don't understand the subject matter. The question is wrong and without measurement. Dumb polls equal dumb answers." And of course, he didn't run a poll to prove his point, right? He didn't do that. Where's his poll? Because he's afraid that if he did, he'd get the same result. There's nothing wrong with the poll here. It's not, look, it's a poll on X. He wouldn't be saying that if Bitcoin had come out on top, obviously. He's just biased. He's a Bitcoin maximalist here. What's wrong with the post? Because here's the thing, even if you think it could have been worded more clearly, even if that's your opinion, it's not like that gives an advantage to XRP, you idiot stick. Like, what is your malfunction here? And so then the blockchain backer reposted that from Gary Cardone and wrote, "Don't like the results, so the question was phrased poorly." Yep, that's exactly right. Here's a post from XRP community member Crypto Arsenal. He wrote, "So Gary Cardone likes to open his whiny mouth, but won't have the balls to run a poll himself. This is all that we are up against. Crybabies. XRP is winning. Okay, that is spot on. These are a bunch of crybaby bitches. That's exactly what they are over there in the Bitcoin community. It's not our fault that your coin that you love so much that you have heavy bags of is the pet rock of crypto. It's not our fault it doesn't just work. It's not our fault that it never has and never will live up to the vision of Satoshi Nakamoto. We didn't do that. We didn't make that be the case. You're the ones that are stuck in the past with this piece of crap. It doesn't work the way that you want it to. The world is catching up and figuring this out, and the market's adjusting. How about that? This is not rocket science. And then take a look at this. Famed Silicon Valley angel investor slams Ripple's XRP as a centrally controlled security. And I'm talking about this guy, Jason Calacanis. I don't know how to say his name. It doesn't matter. He is a toxic Bitcoin max. So he has XRP derangement syndrome. And, you know, for years, this guy actually followed me on X, and I actually still don't know why. Because very obviously I'm a pro XRP guy. Like, they don't get more pro XRP than me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But he's a very famous individual in tech, so on and so forth. 969,000 followers here. Friends with Elon Musk. But my God, he suffers from XRP derangement syndrome. He's just blatantly lying. And so I look at what he's written here. It's on your screen. I'm going to read it in a sec. And I look at this blatant lie. He has to know this, but he just says it to almost 1 million people. What is wrong with these humans? Adults by age only. Who do they think they're because look, you're not going to win anybody over with this because, yeah, like if you got a bunch of Bitcoin followers and if you're playing to them, okay, if you think that makes sense, but you're lying and then you're just not being a good person. But anybody who's unbiased, if they read this type of crap, which I'm about to share with you, it's the poster on your screen here, you're not going to win the unbiased people because the unbiased people, the blank templates, they don't want either side to win. They just want to know what's true. And then when they find out what's true, then they find out that you are lying. Then that's just going to make you not be liked. It's going to make you not be trusted, but you do this anyway? Really? This isn't even good for you to be doing. You are lying. Jason. It burns my biscuits, son. And this is seen 1.1 million times, by the way. So it's noteworthy. There's a post on January 9th from Polymarket. All right. It says, yesterday, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse met with Trump for dinner. Odds, XRP gets an ETF this year, steady at 70%. That was from January 9th. And actually, the odds went up last I saw. It was like 85%, maybe 85%. I actually happened to mention that several days or so ago. Either way, so anyway, he reposted that. He reposted that on Sunday, and he wrote, XRP is a centrally controlled security. Is that even a question for anyone here? Okay, already right there, he has to know that he's lying. He has to know this. He's not stupid. He's literally in tech. Like, he is a tech guy. He does know that what he's saying clearly is not true. It's not an opinion thing. XRP was declared to not be a security. You know, like it just was. And I don't think I have a pull-up for this video, but John Deaton's Crypto Law organization reposted this and shared the line. And I did too. I just happened to not pull it for this video where it said XRP in and of itself does not satisfy criteria for Howey, blah, blah, blah. You know that. So it's not an opinion. That's a fact, okay? Now, if you want to talk about centrally controlled, no, like how could he, there's no excuse for him to be saying that. What is the central point of failure? Like one of my favorite things to do is when people say crap like that, I post the map. It's got the globe and it shows where all the nodes and validators are. And then I just ask, where is the central point of failure? Which one of these? And of course, it's a trick question because there isn't one. There is no such point. But I couldn't respond with that because he only allows accounts that are paying to subscribe to him to respond to him. Isn't that some? Look, accounts subscribed to or mentioned by Jason can reply. That's it. He didn't want the answers. He doesn't want discourse. He wants to lie to a massive audience. So you can repost this and have a statement, but you can't literally reply to him here. And so he says, according to every crypto OG I talk to, it's the opposite of Bitcoin. Well, no kidding. All the toxic Bitcoin maximalist idiot sticks that you talk to, they say XRP centralized and Bitcoin isn't. No way. Duh. Are you kidding me? Yeah, of course they're going to say that. They're toxic Bitcoin maximalists. Anyway, and then he says, if the SEC allows it to trade like Bitcoin, then securities law will be worthless. So now he's also some sort of attorney whiz here. Oh, come on, he has to know better than this. There will be chaos in the markets as a million startups, funds, and grifters start dumping 50% of their coins on retail while slowly selling the 50% they own and control. Now, folks, obviously none of that's happening. That's a dig, obviously, at what, the quantity of XRP that Ripple holds, which is less than half, by the way. But still, that's obviously what he's getting at here. But there's so much you could say about this, but he's ignoring the fact that there's an escrow, and so literally Ripple can't just dump that. He's also ignoring the fact that Satoshi Nakamoto has over 1 million Bitcoin. And that would absolutely devastate the Bitcoin market if that, I'll tell you what, if any, even just like a fraction of a Bitcoin moves from any of those wallets that are Satoshis, the market's going to freak out and the price would drop precipitously out of concern that Satoshi has awoken and will now be selling. That's exactly what would happen. And they just like to pretend like that's not a risk. Okay, so the whale in the XRP ecosystem, that's bad and unacceptable, but the big-ass whale in the Bitcoin ecosystem, that one's fine. We'll just pretend that can't go wrong. No, there's 0% chance that can go wrong. These people are so intellectually dishonest. I just despise this crap. Anyway, then he says that kind of chaos is not a good idea for America because the world believes we have stable and controlled markets, and they're willing to park and invest their money with us. Folks, everybody on the planet that jumps into crypto, like this information is available. You can see, because it's a public blockchain, you can see where the XRP is, in what wallets, and who owns how much. I knew this in 2017 when I knew almost nothing about crypto. I understood that, and I bought anyway. I was perfectly fine with that. If you think that's a problem, then don't buy it. I don't care, but don't say all this crap like it's some sort of moral quandary. No, the information is known, and if you don't want to buy it, then don't, and if you do, then you do. Pretty simple here. Anyway, so then he says, now, if there was a sophisticated investor test and XRP could only be traded by people who passed that test, well, at least those individuals would be educated to how dangerous it is to invest too much into these types of projects. So, folks, that's the degree to which he looks down on you. He thinks that you're too stupid to know for yourself all of the things that you actually do know about the XRP ecosystem. In fact, you know far more than him, undoubtedly, because you probably did your research. I'm just making a guess here, educated guess. I'm willing to bet that you know plenty, and when people look down at you like this, isn't that just insulting? What do you mean sophisticated? No, what you're pushing for, Jason, is less choice. You're looking for less freedom. That's what you're pushing for, because there's a technology that you don't like because it threatens Bitcoin. That's what's happening here. That's the truth of the matter. And it's just disgusting and repulsive and pretty pathetic. You're all a bunch of crybaby bitches, and that's the truth. And that's why I'm making this video. Because this is garbage, and he's blatantly lying, and that's why he's not letting people reply here. It's a bunch of garbage. But I'm glad I got this platform, so I can call them out. Bunch of crybaby back bitches. That's exactly what they are. And it's only going to get worse. It will only get worse as XRP becomes worth even more money as time passes, because the world has already decided it's a winner. This is only going to get worse for Bitcoiners. It will only get substantially worse for them. And you know what? I am here for it. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because if anything I say are right, that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.